Okay, hi frogs and snails. So I made a community post and I asked you guys to ask me some questions. So let's get to answering those questions. Let's go. We have, you have wings on you, but no wings on your wings. How come? No wings on my wings, but I have wings? Why must I have wings on my wings? Why? Are you living in Sweden, and how come that happened? Yes, I am living in Sweden. I am from originally the US, but I moved to Sweden to be with my partner. So I streamed and made content over in the US, but not as often. And when I did stream, it was very low quality because of where I lived. When I lived in the US, I lived like in the woods. I lived in a really rural area, and with living in a rural area, there was really bad internet. So my content creation was very difficult for me to do because, like, again, when I could stream, it was like 360p. It got up to 480 one time, and then they lowered our speeds, so it went down to 240p is what I could stream, and then I just stopped streaming because I was like, I am not streaming at 240p. That's insane. And I started making YouTube, but like my YouTube videos were like very sporadic because like uploading took hours. I would like literally leave it on overnight while I was sleeping, and then even then it wouldn't be done. So it was very difficult for me to do content, which is what I really wanted to do. And anyway, Eros, who is my partner, he watched one of my streams, and and when I went away for college, which I had to stop content creation and streaming altogether because I had to stay in a dorm, but I made a Discord. Discord became a thing my second semester. I think Discord was a thing, and then I didn't discover it though until my second semester. So I made a Discord so I could still talk to my frogs and snails at that time. And we just started talking, and then those talks moved to calls, and then we would call, like literally I would end the call, go to class, come back to my dorm, and we'd be in a call again. And then we would just stay in a call until like he had to go to sleep, or I fell asleep a couple times because like his sleep schedule wasn't that good. And it just continued. It continued on until after Christmas. I remember because I started laying in more that I liked him. I started dropping not so subtle hints that I liked him. Like I would literally send him heart emojis when he had to leave, and I'd be like, I miss you, heart emoji. And then he'd be like, I'll miss you too, heart emoji. Like we would say goodbye, and then I would send that. And then I added him like on Snapchat, and I would send him normal Snapchats, like literally like, hi, I'm almost home. And he'd be like, yeah, I'm almost home. Talk to you soon. Like stuff like that. And and it was literally like the 26th of December was when we admitted we liked each other and we wanted to date. And then a year later we met IRL. He came to the US and met me and my family, and the rest is history. That's when we realized, yeah, we do love each other and we really want to be together. And yeah, and that's how I moved here. That's why I moved here. Now the process to move to Sweden, I can do a video on that if you guys are interested, because it was a process, as well as like I did some research. It could have changed now, because I don't know what the processing is, if it's still the same for the US, but I can talk about that in a video if you guys would be interested. Because like we were discussing about like if I should move there or should he move here, because for me to move to Sweden, I went under, it's called a Sambo visa, which is moving with your partner to Sweden. to a Swedish citizen partner moving kind of thing. And we didn't have to get married. We're not married. In the US, no matter what, we would have to get married unless he somehow found a job in the US. And even then, a work visa in the US is very tricky because, like, if he, and especially in Florida is a, I forgot what it's called, like an at-will state or something. So they can fire you for any reason. So, like, it was not really secure. The only kind of security would be if we got married, and he would have to come over to the U.S. I guess I could just talk about it here, like, who cares? He would have to come to the U.S. on a 90-day visa, and we would have to get married within that 90 days. But even for him to qualify to get into that 90-day visa, one, we would have to have spent, like, $1,000 just for him to fill out the forms. And I kept reading that the forms were really a lot and they could be really confusing, and it can take up to a year for them to even review the forms. And if you don't have like you missed maybe one thing, this process has to start over. I don't know if that means like we would have to pay $1,000 again. I don't know. So a lot of people were recommending like get a lawyer to go through the forms with you. And then, like, that, I don't even know lawyer fees. Like, I didn't even look because I just knew. I'm like, that's going to be so expensive. So even if we did that route, say we paid $1,000, he came for 90 days, I also would have had to prove I can financially support him for 5 years. But the U.S. also allows you to have sponsors. And my parents were like, we will happily sponsor him. Because they knew me. Like, I honestly, like, I've talked a bit about this on some of my videos, but with how, like, with my ADHD and my anxiety, having a job has been really difficult on me. I'm gonna try not to go into so many details, because I know some people are like, oh yeah, lazy. But I'm like, no, literally, I can't stress this enough. Like, I have tried so many times, and like either I got fired because of my ADHD, because again, Florida is an at-work state, so they could fire you for any reason. I've been fired because I had a panic attack. Like, I was like, I excused myself. I was like, hey, I just need like 5 minutes. I just need a minute. I need to go calm myself down. And of course my boss was like, fine. And it was like the one time I did it. Usually I would fight through it, but that day I just couldn't. And I was like, I needed some air. And that's what I did. I just went out, cried, had my panic attack. And then I came back and I did my work and I got fired for it. With my ADHD, like just having normal ADHD stuff, you know, like forgetting something, basically just making little mistakes here and there, but like they didn't care, stuff like that. And then like just, not being able to then going to the extreme of not being able to function as a person anymore, because of how stressed I was in the state I was in. So they knew I didn't have like the financial stuff to be able to prove I can financially support him for 5 years. So my parents were like, yeah, well, we can sponsor him for you. I was like, oh, thank you so much. So we had that. So say he came here, we got married, we have the sponsors. He wouldn't have been able to work for like a year, maybe, because he can't start working until his green card and I think another either he does get a work visa as well, like allowing him to work or something. I know or maybe it's just the green card. I don't remember. But the green card, by the way, is $500. The green card is also $500. So we would have to pay $500, and he wouldn't be allowed to work until that came in, which that could take up to a year, maybe longer. And yeah, it was just like a whole long process. And then for me to move to Sweden, we paid $200 for me to apply, and then I had to wait, which I waited for about a year. I would say like the end of that year, I got called for an interview. And like this whole time, what I was doing, also like for the US too, there's like 3 or 4 interviews they would have to do. They would have to interview me, interview him, interview us together, then interview us again after we got married to prove our relationship. And they could like say no anytime in that time. if they didn't feel like we were legit at any time. Whereas in Sweden, I got called to do an interview, which annoyingly I had to go to Washington, D.C. because that was the year they decided. Because before for the interview, I just had to go to any embassy, Swedish embassy. So I would just go to like the Swedish embassy in Florida or something like that. Or maybe even just the embassy. I don't remember. I can't remember if it was the Swedish embassy or just any embassy. But no, they decided that year that all interviews were going to be conducted in the Washington, D.C. embassy. So what was nice, and during this whole time, I was sending them proof of our relationship, like pictures. I sent him like pictures when he was here, when he was with me in the U.S., with him and my family. When I went to Sweden to visit him, me with his family, I sent them like chat logs, pictures of us when we were on the phone together. Like I took a screenshot, like stuff like that, with like dates and such, to prove like we talk to each other all the time. Like I sent them like our call logs, like how long we were on the phone, like what the date, the time, like everything. Because we were like on Discord, like literally we would fall asleep together on Discord. Like that's how we were like on Discord together 24/7, unless one of us had to go work or go get groceries or whatever. We were together. And so for Sweden, so I got my interview. What was nice was Eros was visiting during that time for Christmas. So he came with me to Washington, D.C. and I had my interview. I got my picture taken. And then I waited a few months because I think it took 6 months. I think it was 6 months. If it exceeded 6 months, you can request for them to conclude. And I got an email that they were like, your case has been concluded, but they didn't have the results. I didn't know the results until they had to mail it to me. So I had to wait for the results. But lucky for me, the person I was interviewing, she gave me her email address. And she was like, when they conclude it, just email me and I'll let you know. And I can also like check in on the progress for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So like she helped me a lot. And I emailed her and they were like, yes, congratulations, you passed. I was like, ah! I cried. And then my card came, then I got the mail, and then I had to wait for my card to come in, my residency card, cause right now I'm still on it. Well, it's been renewed, but it's a, what is it called? It's not a permanent resident. It's I have to renew it every 2 years. Sweden changed how their permanent residence works, and I've been really working hard because I want to get it. But, yeah, so like once I got the okay and the card, like things happened fast. I packed my room up because I stayed with my parents the whole time, like, you know, and so, I packed up my room and off we moved to Sweden. Eros came back and helped me move, and I was here. The rest is history. The rest is history. But that's why I'm in Sweden. I hope you enjoyed my little story time. Okay. I mean, this is a question. Like, there's a lot to answer. I can go into more details if you guys want more questions or want to know more about, like, maybe like my experience, like how when I moved to Sweden, like the steps, like how integrating into Swedish society and such. I'm more than happy to answer those too. So feel free to ask them in the comments down below. Okay, next question. Let's see. I have, how do you personally define retro gaming? For me, I'm guessing you're asking like, what is like, where's the cutoff where retro gaming is? Mine is all the way up to like PS2 GameCube era, but technically it's all the way up to like PS3 Xbox 360. Those are considered retro now, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to me to be like, oh, that is retro. Those are older consoles. They are retro. But mine is still like, like my childhood is basically what I think of. So like stuff like the I don't even know, like the Super Nintendo which we had a Super Nintendo, but we don't have it anymore. I remember our Super Nintendo because it had like the little like, what is it? The little door thing on the, I think it was a Super Nintendo. The little door thing broke and my dad fixed it with duct tape. That was my dad's go-to to fix anything, was duct tape. I remember one time I had this really nice doll that my grandma bought me. We got it at a garage sale, so it wasn't like expensive. I think it was literally like $10, but I thought it was the most beautiful doll I'd ever seen. I was a child, because my grandma had like this glass doll that she had when she was a kid, and I loved that doll, but my grandma was like, I was a kid, I wanted to play with it, but she was like, no, it can break, it's very old and fragile. So she found one, and I saw this lady selling these dolls at like this, I don't even think it was a garage sale, it was like this big open like, but it was like people, you know? I think it was like a seller's market or something. And so anyway, she made dolls, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, she had long black hair, because I was obsessed. If there was a girl with long black hair, I was obsessed with her. And so I found one. She had like blue eyes, long black hair. My grandma wanted me to get this blonde one. She's like, well, this one looks like you. And I was like, no, this one. Look at her long black hair. It's beautiful. So my girl was like, all right. Anyway, my nephew, he got a hold of it and broke one of the legs. And my dad's way of fixing it was duct tape. I don't think I even have that doll anymore. I think I ended up getting rid of it. But yeah, my dad duct taped everything when I was a kid. But anyway, yeah, retro gaming, I would say up to like PS2, GameCube era is where I would cut it off. But it hurts my soul that it's like up to Xbox 360 and PS3. It makes sense, but it's like, no. Okay, all right, next question. What are some of my favorite retro games? And what are some that you feel were the most impactful to gaming? Okay, what are some of my favorite retro games? I would say, I'm gonna go over like through my childhood here. I would say Final Fantasy IX is one of my absolute favorite games. I love Final Fantasy IX. It will always have such a close... I would say this also answers the impact of gaming. Is Final Fantasy IX. Because, like, I mean, as a kid, a lot of the themes of Final Fantasy IX I didn't understand. And then I got older. Even, like, when I first beat it in my 20s, I didn't fully grasp. Because I actually beat that game for the very first time when I was, like, 19 or 20. And I think I did it on stream, too. The ending made me cry. Because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so... Like, the ending covers a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to say too much because some of you guys might have not played it. But I didn't fully grasp everything until, like, I got older. Until my frontal lobe fully developed, which, if you don't know, for those that... Apparently, if you have ADHD, your frontal lobe doesn't really develop until you're, like, 25. Which that is when things changed for me. Like, I turned 25 and I became more aware of so much stuff. I was like, wait a minute. And then I turned 30 and I was like, wait a minute. So, developmentally delayed. It's so great. Anyway, yeah, I would say Final Fantasy IX is one of my favorites and very impactful. What are some of my other favorites? Tomb Raider, of course. Tomb Raider games. Tomb Raider 2, to be specific. I love Tomb Raider 2. By the way, I have a playthrough of Tomb Raider 2. I played through, I think, half of it of the original, and then I played all of it of the remaster. And I love Tomb Raider. I love Tomb Raider. I love it. Even though half the time I just played in Lara's house when I was a kid. I was too scared to play the actual game, but I love Tomb Raider. Spyro. I enjoyed Spyro. I'm thinking, like, I don't know too many PS2 games. I would say Final Fantasy X, because that was my introduction to Final Fantasy X, to the Final Fantasy series. But I didn't really play Final Fantasy X until way later, because the Final Fantasy X I played was one of my brothers, and when I played it when I was visiting him. And so when I was visiting him, I played it a lot, and my mom liked the game because she liked that the battle system, I had to, like, have a strategy and think. So when we came back, when we were shopping, because I had a PlayStation 1, my brother, my other brother, I have 3 brothers. My other brother gave us his old PS1. So my mom was like, okay, let's go to Best Buy and let's get you a game. And I was so excited. Because my brother did give me some games. I think at that time, he gave me Spyro. And I don't think he gave me Tomb Raider at that time. Maybe he did. I think he gave me Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2, which sadly, Tomb Raider 1, I traded with a friend to get like a SpongeBob game or something, which makes me so sad now, but it is what it is. We went to Best Buy and she was holding Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 8. And she's like, okay, this is 9 and 8. Which one would you like to get? And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I literally was looking at Renoa and Garnet because they were girls with long black hair. They're the most beautiful women I had ever seen. They are beautiful, but little girl me, I was like, oh my gosh, they're like goddesses. And my mom's like, I think we should get this one. And she points to 9. She's like, because they look like kids. Little did we know that they're both teenagers, but like just different art styles. But she was like, these look like they're kids. Like, I think you would relate more and like this one more. And I was like, okay. And I liked I remember I liked Vivi. I liked how he looked on the case. And I was just obsessed with Garnet. I still am obsessed with Garnet. I did get 8 like way later, and I played a little bit of it, but that's different. For PS2, I didn't play much PS2 because it was our DVD player in the house, and so I didn't get to play that too often. Whereas my PlayStation 1, because the one my brother gave, my nephew poured juice in it, and then for Christmas I got the portable PlayStation 1 because like my family dragged me to a lot of things, so it was nice for me to have. And so I played a lot of PlayStation 1. So yeah, I would say that. I want to say like Majora's Mask and like Zelda. I love Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time now, but and I played it a lot as a kid. I remember renting it. I remember because our Friday was our spelling test I was in 1st grade, so I was 6. And Fridays were test day, and it was usually spelling. And so my mom told me if I got an A on the spelling test, we could rent a game. If I got a B, we would rent a movie. And so I would work so hard to get an A, and I would always rent Ocarina of Time. I would always, if it was there, I would rent Ocarina of Time. And I remember I'd be so excited if I got a save where you unlocked Epona. And I didn't understand how to play the actual game. I just ran around riding Epona and hanging out at the market. I would just hang out at the market and Lon Lon Ranch because I loved the horses and the dogs and the chickens. Or I would hang out at in the Kokiri Forest. And I was always too scared to go in the field because nighttime came so fast, and then the scary skeletons would come out. Even though I wanted to ride Epona, but the scary ghost and skeletons would come out, and it was scary. So that's how I'd play. And I love Majora's Mask. I didn't rent Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was my sister's ex game, but he gave it to me. And I loved it because I loved the town. I loved just running around the town. And on the 3rd day, it was horrifying. And once the 3rd day came, I just restarted the game. I didn't know you could like rewind time and things. I just reset the console and start over. Because then it would save. It would save like when you come out on the 1st day. So I would just reset it. And I'm like, okay, everything's good again. And I would continue on with my own little story I had in my head. And that's how I played it. I would love to say those games. I guess I could because it would still count as my childhood. They would still count. They were my favorite, but I didn't like legit play. Like say with Tomb Raider, I didn't like legit play Tomb Raider until like way later. I would try to play some of the levels in Tomb Raider, but they were so scary. I just ran around in Lara's house, made up my own story. But that's the retro gaming. Man, this is gonna be an interesting video because I'm just talking about my childhood. This is fun. Okay. silly question, but as a member of the Drew crew, what has been your favorite Nancy Drew game? And if you don't mind another question, how have you been? Oh, no need to get personal or anything if you want, just hoping that everything's going, oh, you're so sweet. Okay, my favorite Nancy Drew game is Waverly, oh, what is it called? Let me open Steam here. It's called Warnings at Waverly Academy. That one's my favorite one. And I have a playthrough on this channel, by the way. That one's my favorite. I just love that it's full of drama. It has so much drama. The puzzles are pretty fun. There are a few that I hate, but they're like, it's okay. But I love like the drama in it. That's when Nancy Drew is peak, is when Nancy is having drama with everybody. Okay? And that game is just full of it. Because it's like teenage girl drama, and I eat it up. I love it. It's so good. I love it. That one's my favorite. And I've been really good. I'm stressed right now because I'm traveling to the US for my vacation to see my family, and I'm traveling by myself, and I haven't traveled by plane by myself in a long time. It's been like years. So I'm really stressed right now. But other than that, I'm doing really good. I'm very happy. I know many of you miss when I would stream. I'm trying to think of ways I could stream again, like what I could do to make streaming like special, because I think like since I play games for YouTube, maybe if we had like a select game like Nancy Drew, I felt was a good streaming game. We always like would solve puzzles together, and I really liked that, so I was like, maybe I could do that. But I've been thinking about doing streams here on YouTube so we can hang out again. But I've been doing good. I've been good. Therapy. I just finished my my CPT, cognitive behavioral therapy, which was awful and I hate it, but I'm done with it now. So I'm like way happier now. I hate it. Cognitive CPT is like how to describe it, because some people don't know what it is like you take the thing you're scared of and you do it. So say you're afraid to like pet a dog. You're afraid of dogs. So your CPT would literally be you with your therapist, or like, I don't even know what the steps, but mostly steps are like you're with your therapist and you go see dogs. And then your homework would literally be like, go to a dog park and look at the dogs. Like that would be it. And so it's awful. You have to like face your fear. And it's fast. Sometimes it's like super fast. I had to do it twice. Because my first time round, I feel like it was too much. And I really fell into a bad place. That's when I stopped streaming, because I was not doing well at all. My body like shut down. I think it was just like so much stress. And that's like how I would describe like what I went through. Like it reminded me of like when I had a job. I was like, this is when I would either get fired or I would quit because I couldn't do it anymore. Because I literally could not function as a human being anymore. That's the best I can describe. Like literally wake up, just maybe take a shower, move to couch and cry all day. Like I was not eating. I was terrified to do anything. Like I couldn't even play games. I was scared. Like it wasn't like I was scared of the game, but like my body, like I just like any sort of simulation was hard. Like I don't know how best to describe. It's very hard to describe how it is, but like I would have like horrible panic attacks, like just like doing too much. And like going to the grocery store, I would cry the entire time because I was really struggling. And so I'm doing better. I am not in that state of mind anymore. This time round, OCBT, it did help a bit. I did have some, I knew the warning signs. So like, that's what I've been like really training myself, is my warning signs of when I'm slipping to getting bad. Because I mean, I've been through it my whole 20s. My whole 20s has been bad place. Like, I don't want to be like dramatic, but like to really show, like, because there's like levels to bad place, like ending it all bad place my whole 20s. Like, I was always dipping into there, kind of, you know. But that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. But like, I've been doing a lot better. I haven't gone to that place in a long time. I've talked a bit about in my videos, like, how my mental health's been and, like, what I'm seeing in my warning signs. Because, I mean, others might be going through the same thing and not realize their warning signs themselves. So that's why I'm very big of, like, talking about, like, things I've noticed with myself. Because it might help someone else be like, oh, I think that way too. And then I feel that way too. Oh, okay. You know, like, that could be helpful to somebody else. But, yeah, I've been doing good. I've been doing a lot better. Again, just stressed because travel, but mentally I've been doing really good. I opened up video editing commissions on my VGen. So if you're a content creator, if you want an editor, I'll happily edit for you. Yeah, I've been doing that. That's how I've been able to make some money. I'm hoping I will become YouTube partner soon so we can do some more fun stuff over here. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. Just figuring things out, but doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. I love that you're like, you don't have to get too personal. And then here's me, I'm like, open book. Over personal. Okay, next question. What is your favorite anime? Fruit Basket. Immediately. Fruit Basket. Fruit Basket. My favorite anime. Even though I am currently, should I add like what I'm currently watching? Currently I'm watching, oh, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this. I don't even remember what the show's called. What is it even called? What is it even called? Oh yeah, The Apothecary Diaries. I'm watching The Apothecary Diaries now. I'm on season 2, so I'm waiting for the newest episode. And I've been watching like Reborn as a Villain. I need to like log in. Let me see. Okay. I am rewatching Tales of Zestiria the X because I think I never finished that. And it's just like fun. But one I was watching was My Next Life as a Villainess. Which has been like, it's silly. It's a silly one. I like it. But my ultimate favorite is Fruit Basket. I honestly, like a few weeks ago or like last month, I watched all of Sailor Moon Crystal. I need to watch more of Sailor Moon, the original Sailor Moon. It's just a lot of filler. It's a lot of filler and it's like the same episode over and over again. And I know this is not me trying to hate on Sailor Moon because I do enjoy Sailor Moon. I love like the theming. I love the aesthetic. I love the fashion. I love it. But it's just like, I want it to progress the story. I'm like, can I please? I just want this. Oh, and Inuyasha. Inuyasha is also a favorite. Inuyasha. Fruit Basket and Inuyasha. But yeah, I watched Sailor Moon Crystal, all of it, for the very first time like last month, and I loved every second of it. I loved it. And I know many of like the original Sailor Moon like fandom is gonna be like, you're a fake fan of Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon Crystal's your favorite. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't grow up on the original. I wasn't allowed to watch anime growing up, okay? Naruto was my very first anime, and I had to like secretly watch it. I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, none of that. Anything like anime, because my mom would be like, you gotta be careful of those Japanese cartoons. Family very religious, okay? I was not allowed to watch it. I wasn't. Kiki's Delivery Service, I loved that movie to death, and I got in so much trouble when I got caught watching it because she's a witch. Oh my gosh. My mom was like, this is a cute movie, but then my dad saw it and he freaked out. Anyway, yeah, Fruit Basket, Inuyasha. I still haven't watched, the newest Inuyasha thing? I haven't. I've been waiting. I think it's done so I can binge it. That's my thing. That's what I hate about The Apothecary Diaries. I've been like trying to wait. But like I've been doing like steps. I've been trying to get like 5K steps every day for my health. And so it's like I put it on. Oh, I've been watching Anne Shirley. Yeah, Anne Shirley. I love Anne of Green Gables. And there's like an Anne of Green Gables anime now. And I only watched the first couple episodes and it's super cute. I also watched Yakuza Fiancé. That one's fun. That one's a fun. I enjoyed it. It's only like one season and hopefully there's a second one because it was fun. And I liked that it was like a mature anime Man, I could do a video about like what I'm watching. I've like been rediscovering anime because like I honestly haven't really watched a lot because again, I wasn't allowed. And then when I became an adult, I would kind of watch what was on like Netflix now and then, but like I still would do it secretly because that's like ingrained in me now. Like Eros is legit. He'll like come over to say hi to me or like give me a kiss when I'm on my computer. And I will get, if I'm like watching something I'm enjoying, if it's like anime or a stream or something like that, I will like immediately hide it. I will like tab it out, you know, like minimize my tab. And he's like, why are you, what's wrong? Like when I first moved here, he was like, what's wrong? Why do you keep, what are you hiding? Now he knows, like I sat down and talked to him. Like, I just get like scared. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, I know you're not going to make fun of me because you like video games and anime and such. You would never make fun of me. Like, that's not Eros. Like, Eros does not have like a bullying bone in his body. He would never do that, or like take it away from me. Cause that's the other thing is that like, anytime I would share my interests with the adults in my life, most of the time it was taken away from me or I was lectured. So like, it makes sense why I would like hide what I liked. And also being severely bullied as a kid. I still sometimes will do it now, but he's really cute about it. He's like, why are you embarrassed? You don't need to be embarrassed. I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I got embarrassed. And we talk like that to each other. We're obnoxious. But yeah, those are my favorite animes. But yeah, maybe I can make a video if you guys would be interested. Because I discovered more animes because I used to do like Saturday cartoons where we were watching like Digimon and things. And then I had to stop because I just like, I don't know. I was like, I need a day where I just don't do anything. Sometimes like, and most of those are like on Saturdays. So I don't know. But I think it'd be fun to do a video of me discovering anime and you guys can make suggestions for me and I can talk about like if I watch it and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I like this or I didn't like it. You know, maybe that might be fun. Let me know. Let me know if you would be interested in that kind of series. All right. Anyway, next question. All right. Oh, we got multiple questions in this one. Here, have some questions. What are your future plans as a content creator? Any projects you are working on? My future plans as a content creator. Excuse me. Well, one, my goal, I want to make YouTube partner, which we're so close. Like we are so close to it. I want to do like, partner only playthroughs where we'll do like a vote and then I will play through that game and once it's done I will make it public. That's like my plan. I don't want to have playthroughs that's like members only, you know, like forever members only, but I would like to have it like this playthrough is members only until it's done and then I will open it up so those that don't want to be members or can't afford being members, you can still watch it and you can binge it. But I also want to have it where like, okay. Anyway, sorry. I also want to have it where like members will get access to a video early, that kind of stuff. And then I talked about this earlier, is I want to do like maybe 1 or 2 streams a week or maybe one stream a week if I can and that'd be like Nancy Drew. Like I don't even know, I have to think of some games that I think would be good stream games because not every game is good to watch live and I feel like a lot of like JRPGs aren't the best for live or maybe I'm just not that entertaining for it to be live. I don't know. And then I have my voice mod I'm working on for Final Fantasy IX. I'm very excited. The demo is almost done. I worked on it a bit last night and it's so close to being done. It's so close. I'm just like sprinkling in little touches now. Like I found some missing lines and many of those have been put in. I think I have like 1 or 2 that I'm waiting. But really a lot of it is just me like making improvements. Like for example, for battles, I'm adding like actual battle lines. Not just story battling, like those will obviously easily be put in, but I'm acting like lines. Like when Zidane attacks, he makes a huh, And then like depending on who is the enemy, they also will grunt. I figured out how to do it thanks to also being helped. It wasn't all me. I wish I could say it was all me that figured out how to do it, but like I had an idea and I talked to a friend who is really good at modding, and they helped me out a lot. They helped me out a lot. I was like, this is what I want to do, but I don't know how to do it. And they're like, oh, well, this is... I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I figured it out. I figured it out. And so I'm very proud of myself. So when like they get hit, they'll be like, oh, like when the beginning, when you're fighting Steiner, when Zidane hits Steiner, enemy Steiner will be like, ah, you know, stuff like that. I'm very excited. Also, like Zidane will say something funny when like he steals and he can't get, you know, when he has a successful steal or a non-successful steal. When you select flee, he'll say something, like stuff like that. I just thought was going to be like fun. And I'm like coming up with lines that fits characters is super fun too. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to show off the demo and for you guys to play it. And you guys are more than welcome to record your playthroughs of it and let me see. If you run into bugs, you can always contact me and all that stuff. But I'm really excited about it. And I want to do more voice mods. I've been talking. I've been talking to these friends who make voice mods, who also make mods and voice mods. And I was like, hey, you want to do this project together? So more projects might be happening. I'm really excited. But that's pretty much my goal. For singing, I do have some singing in the mix as well, because I do love to sing. That's the one thing I was like, that'd be fun for karaoke streams, but like actual covers, I have ideas. I just like haven't had the energy to sit down and sing, because like recording and things is a whole other thing of energy. So I'm making progress, but I do want to do more covers in the future. But that's pretty much for that question. All right. What is your most memorable moment in your content creator journey? I would say finally when I reached 1K subscribers, because I have never done that in anything I did throughout my whole when I made content. I started making content in high school, and it was video game related, because like video games are like my big special interest. Like I have loved video games since I was a kid, and it's still like just like my everything. So I would say when I finally like was able to like go in to content creation, like actually focus and get like 1K subscribers, I was like, oh my gosh. And we're almost at 3K. We're almost 3K, you guys. We're almost there. It's like, that's insane. 3K, I never been. I'm so excited. It's exciting. It's exciting. Another, again, was meeting Eros, because I met him along the way of content creation. Meeting the friends along the way with my content creation, like Silver and Vela. We have so many gaming nights. We also want to do like special streams for that too, and I told them that too. I'm like, I think it'd be fun to do multiplayer streams, because I think like collab streams, I think that would be good. I think that's good streaming content, because then like you guys can tune in to all of our point of views or something like that. I think that'd be fun. I want to do the Elden Ring again. I want us to like start over Elden Ring and do those streams again, because there's like the DLC of Elden Ring and all that such. We talked about it, we just haven't had time to do it, but we still like game together, even though it's harder for us right now because we're, you know, I'm free, but Eros is working, Vela's working, Silver has a new job. Like it's been hard, and also like Silver's in the US, so time zone stuff. But we're still playing. I met some new friends along the way as well, like Ven and Jan. I have plans with them as well. I have plans for you too. I have plans for you too. You just don't know it yet, but I have plans that I think would be a lot of fun. But like meeting friends along the way has been lovely. I would say that has been great. Any cons you want to visit this year? Not really. Sweden doesn't really do conventions. I've actually only been to one convention my whole life. And that was Comic-Con, and I just bought like some art, which I left in the US, which I'm gonna be bringing back when I visit. But that's it. Like excuse me, I remember as a teen wanting to go to like anime conventions, but like they were so expensive, and I didn't have the guts to like talk to my parents about it, and I didn't really have friends I could go with that they would go and do those things with me. So I just kind of was like, oh, they're not for me. And like I've never been one to just be like, yeah, I want to go to this con. Like I don't even know where you look to know when they're going on. And I haven't really seen anything. I think Sweden has a Comic-Con in Stockholm. Which, I mean, if we can, I guess I would like to look at the artists. A big thing is like I want a video game convention. I would love to go to a video game convention that like they sell, like they have like sellers for like retro games. I've been watching like YouTubers like doing collections, and I'm like, that looks fun. Even though I bet half those games I couldn't even afford, because like the ones I want are like so expensive to get, like Silent Hill and things that I missed out on. I would love to have like an actual copy of, or just like, I don't know. I like, again, my big special interest is video games. So I like looking at video games and like cartridges and things. I don't know. I think that would be really fun. And like, I think Eros would enjoy because he likes video games too. He's not that big on like physical video games. But I know he'd be like, oh, I played this as a kid. You know, I think he'd still have fun. So not really like everyone always talks about like TwitchCon, but I never have cared about TwitchCon. I don't really care to to see streamers, and same with voice actors. I'm weird. I feel like I'm weird, like, because I've never been interested, like same with like singers or even actors. I've never cared to like see them in person or get their autograph or anything. I've never cared. Like the biggest thing I will, like, if I like someone's music, I'd be like, yeah, I like their music. So if they have a new song come out, I'd be like, cool. And I just listen to the song. I don't care about like, oh yeah, they're coming. Cause like, I don't even know, like Chapel Brown. I really enjoy Chapel Brown. I would say she is the only one I was like, ooh, I would like to go see in concert. But then I think about like how many people will be there and how expensive it would be. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't care enough. If I want to see your concert, I'll just watch it on YouTube. Same with like Girls' Generation. I love Girls' Generation. They're a K-pop group. And I'm content with I'll just watch their concert on YouTube. I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, I would say like Girls' Generation, if they were to come to Stockholm, which they would never, I think they're like, they're not even like a thing, you know what I mean? If they ever were to come like to Sweden, I'd be like, oh heck yeah. Because like you would never see them again. But like, it's still, even now I'm like, oh, that'd be cool, but Same with voice actors. I never like when people are like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, and that's this and this. I'm like, oh, okay. Like Eros and I will do this with like actors, be like, who is he? Where did he play in? We saw him in a movie. Like that's what we do. We don't care. We don't say their names. We don't ever say their names. We'll just be like, oh, Jon Snow. Like that's what we do. Like Jon Snow. Like, oh, what was it? I was watching, literally watching Devil May Cry the anime yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, it's Batman. And he was like, I'm the president. I'm like, you're not the vice president, you're Batman. Like, that's me. That's me. Don't ask me what his name is. Don't ask me what that voice actor's name is. I have no idea. I just know he sounds like Batman, and I think he was Batman's voice actor. Like, Batman. I think the only one I know is, like, Vic Mignogna and Johnny Young Bosch. And there was one I really liked. Another one I liked, and I don't remember their name. But, that's just because teenager me was, like, trying her hardest to know these voice actors, because like I was trying to get in with some of the, I don't know, I was trying really hard. The fan group I had, they liked Fullmetal Alchemist and Bleach, so I heard those two names a lot. But that's the only ones I know. So yeah, anyway, cons, not too many. Again, if there's a video game one, I would happily go to it. How are the kitties doing? They're doing fantastic. They're doing wonderful. They're 5 years old now. They're 5 years old. They're big girls now. I remember when we got them and I would share them on the stream when I was IRL. When I was IRL, I would show you guys them on stream. That's the only thing I really miss about being IRL is like having the girls walk by and things, and then you guys could see them. And I miss that a lot. But then I'm also like really happy I'm not on camera because like, oh my gosh, it's so stressful. Because I mean, I was IRL and then like I started to not like want to stream. Like, because I didn't want to see myself, like that kind of such, and it was just like an extra stress kind of thing, and I was like, I wasn't happy. But I do miss like showing off the kitties to you guys. I would like to do a video. I should do a video showing you guys the girls. I think that'd be fun. But the kitties are doing wonderful. They're doing great. Evie and I have become friends, finally. For the longest, I talked about this in one of the playthrough videos, but like Evie and I, it took a while. Evie loves arrows. She tolerates me. And for the longest time, she would just like, she would let me pet her, but you could tell she just like, and like, if I can't, like she still will sometimes run away. So like, I have to look at her body, like what her body is saying. And usually when I can tell when she's in like this state, if I walk close to her, she's gonna run away. So I'll be like, Evie, what's up? Hi. And I'll just talk to her a little bit in like a very calm tone. And then she gives me the blink and she relaxes. And you can tell because her body gets stiff and she relaxes and she's like, oh, okay, you're okay. Because like, I don't know if maybe her previous owners chased her a lot. I don't know like why she's like that. And it could just be, that's just Evie. Like she just gets anxious. But her and I have gotten really close. She lets me pet her. What's helped a lot is like I got this really good brush, and we have to brush them anyway, but they love this new brush I found for them, and so I've been brushing her, and then she's like, oh, this is nice. So she like looks for me, and then like if I'm out and I come home, she runs up and says hi to me. It's really cute. So they've been doing good. They've been doing wonderful. They're so big now and so fluffy. Let me throw in 3 of the most common VTuber joke questions. Okay, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I don't care. I know this is like a joke thing, and I know some people feel really strong about it, but like I don't care. I think I've tried pineapple on pizza and it was okay. It's been a long time though. I've been wanting to retry it to see if I like it, but I don't want to order like a whole pizza, you know? But also I think of like Sweden, because people are like, it's horrible. But literally Sweden has a banana curry pizza. So I think Sweden has it topped. So pineapple on pizza, it's eh. Is your boyfriend single and can your community date him? No! You cannot! He's mine forever! You cannot! That is the worst! How dare you ask me this question? Who do you think you are? What color is the color of your pantsuit? Well, joke's on you. I'm not wearing pants, but my underwear, if you're curious, is purple. Look respectfully. Look respectfully. Okay, next question. I guess the question that I usually ask is, how do you find the experience of being a content creator? The experience of being a content creator, it's fun. I really enjoy it. It is stressful though. A lot of people like to be like, oh yeah, being a content creator is so great. I get to play video games all day. Like, yeah, that's fun until like you're really tired and you want to play a game, but you don't want to have to be entertaining to play the game. You just want to like sit in silence and in the dark and just play the game. There's times where you're just like, I'm so out of it. I don't have the energy to like come up with conversation, because that's I think the hard part about making content for video games, especially playthrough content, which a lot of people are like, that's the most lazy, because it is like reactive content, but like I would say like reactive content and video game content, like playthrough content, they're different, but kind of the same because I am reacting to the game, but I'm also playing the game. And then like, there's times where like I'm level grinding or I have to come up with topics to make it entertaining, you know, or I have to edit it in a way to make it entertaining. I think that's like the hardest thing, is to be like, am I entertaining enough? Another is fighting the great old algorithm. And don't even ask me how to figure out the algorithm. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't think anyone has it figured out. And if they do, they're lying. Another would be having to advertise myself. I'm so bad at it. I hate talking about myself. Even though this recording is almost an hour long and I've been talking about myself, but you know what I mean? It's different when it's like people asking me questions and I answer them than like me coming up with stuff about myself, if that makes sense. Like anytime in school, they would tell us, be like, this is gonna be, you have to write a 3-page report and it's on the easiest topic about yourself. You have to do a biography, an autobiography about yourself. I'm like, oh my God. I don't want to. I hate it. So, having to get past that uncomfortable thing, and you kind of have to just be like, talk about yourself and be like, it's me. This is all about me. Like, cause like so much, at least for me, is ingrained in me. Like, don't be selfish. Don't be self-centered. Don't like talk about yourself. You know what I mean? But like, you have to advertise yourself and be like, hi, look at my channel. You might have to do the cringe thing and be like, I'm amazing, you know? It's how it be. And also you're putting yourself out there, so you're gonna run into some people, which I've only run into a couple. I think one time I got really anxious is when like I did like a booba video where I bounced my chest. And I thought it was funny. And I knew my community would think it's funny. This is like the best advice I've ever had. Any post you make, think of it as it going viral. Any post. Like if this goes viral, like how prepared you're gonna be. Because the booba bouncing thing went pretty far and got into the hands of some interesting people that said interesting things to me, sent me interesting things in my DMs, and I was very uncomfortable. I was extremely uncomfortable about it. And then when I stated I was uncomfortable, I was then like blamed and things, and I got scared. Mostly because like horny people are scary. Horny people are very scary, and I know some people that work in the industry where their customers are all horny people, and the things they have gone through is very scary. And so I was really scared. My biggest fear is putting my family in danger. I would say that's it's like my fault. And like right now, Eros and the kitties are my family. And so I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a stalker. They're gonna find out where I live. Of course you hear like horror stories of stalkers. I'm like, what if this and this happens? And like, it's all because of me. It's all because of me. I put us in this situation and it's my fault. Like my partner Eros and the kitties have such peaceful lives and I put them in danger. It's my fault. Like that's what was going through my head, and it was really scary. Having to be mentally prepared, like things like that can happen. I'm hoping it never does. I'm hoping this never happens to me. I would say like that is also part of the experience. And then just having people just being mean for no reason. Like just being hateful for no reason. Like literally I'm just laughing at a video game and being silly, and they're like, you should off yourself. Like they're just being horrible to you. And you're like, okay. Okay. What do you mean? So my experience has been good because it's been fun, and obviously I'm still doing it and I've been enjoying it, but it's still like there's always that worry. And then there's the whole like having to advertise yourself to grow, and then like doubting yourself, like, is my content good enough? like, oh, I haven't been doing well numbers wise. Like, am I just not entertaining? What am I doing wrong? That's the one thing. That's the cycle, the tornado cycle of what am I doing wrong, I would say is the absolute worst. And you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. And my favorite is when you reach out, you're like, maybe I should reach out to my community and they can give me advice. And then everyone's like, you're doing great. I love your content. And you're like, okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. But my numbers are saying that no one's watching anything. No one's watching anything. So I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And like, I understand like life happens. Like, not everyone can watch 3 hours in one sitting or has like the time, or in sometimes again, YouTube doesn't even push it out. Like you're like, oh, I didn't even know you had videos up. YouTube didn't show me. Like that can happen too. Like, it's great. But it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. Thank you. All right. That is all the questions for this video. Thank you all so much for sending them to me. If you can't tell, I've had a blast answering your questions. I want to do this more, but let me know the little ideas I shot out, like for my anime, like you guys suggest anime and I'll watch it. Maybe I could do like my reactions to the anime if you would be interested. I can't like show the actual anime, but like I could record myself watching and then like just send you a highlight of like my reactions. I don't know. Or I could just do a talking video and then like soon like show like little stills of it, because, you know, copyright and things, and then just talk about what I thought of it. Or I could just do it in the Discord. I have a Discord. If you want to be a part of the Discord, I do believe all you need to do is go to my Patreon. You don't have to pay to have access to the Discord. You just have to follow it, and you should be able to get to the link. I need to double check, but if you don't see it when you follow my Discord, because sometimes when you follow Patreon, it will, you go to the page and there's a little follow. You click the follow. For some reason, Patreon likes to do this. Patreon will then send you to the tier thing to pick a tier. You do not have to pick a tier. Exit out of it. You don't have to pick a tier. There should be a little X when the little window pops up to pick a tier. You should be able to click no, and you have access, and then like you're just following it. That's it. And if it's not there, you can just message me on Patreon. I will send it to you and fix it up. But I need to double check. Hopefully I don't forget after recording this. And then I plan to also, for a community tab, like be like, hey, this link is open for 24 hours. I just want to be protective of the Discord, because like bot stuff, and then are just people coming in and they're scammers. I've been trying to be like very protective of that, because like I've had it where friends, scammers got into their Discord and totally messed everything up, or stealing their account or other people's accounts. I don't want that to happen to anybody or to myself. So I've been trying to be really careful. But yeah, that's like an idea for Discord as well. I talked on Discord a lot about like TV shows Eros and I are watching, video games we talk over there. I want to do another movie night with y'all. I just kind of have the energy, even though I know it's just a movie night, I know, but like sometimes again, I need like a day or two of like nothing, no interaction with anyone. No, I'm not talking to anything. I'm not doing anything. I like most of the times those days, I don't even get on my computer, because I know I'll start doing other things. I just need to like focus on like, I think as I'm overstimulated. I possibly am overstimulated and I end up just watching like a TV show, and that's it. So yeah. That's like an idea, and then maybe a video showing the kitties, like maybe a day in the life of Aurora's kitty cats, Vivi and Evie, and just like showing them off a bit. Maybe I can make that a member thing. I don't know. But yeah, those are my ideas. So thank you again for watching, and this has gone on long enough. Hopefully I'll edit this down, because literally recording wise, it's an hour. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. And I will see you in another video. Goodbye!